have heard that the rate of electricity supplied is very high. The cost of production is much less, but the rate charged from the consumer is very high. And what are the reasons behind all that? One of the reasons, I think, is that in that locality, many of the industries are owned by the Anglo-Indian companies, and they have their own resources for generating electricity. So, in that whole industrial areas, there is no scope for utilizing electricity from that situation. Therefore, other outlets for the utilization of power generated from the DVC stations are to be sought. It is no doubt good that there is a personnel to run electricity trains over the suburban line to Calcutta. That is no doubt quite good, but the question is that these private interests who have got a monopoly there are also coming in the way of development of the electricity departments. I might submit, sir, that the development of these stations, particularly the electric power generating stations, was undertaken without a proper assessment of the possibilities there. Secondly, sir, he has said that it should be our intention to see that the consumer gets electricity at a lower rate, but the industrialists do not feel shy to invest their capital and their resources because they feel that their investments are secure. They think that their profits are reasonable. Now, sir, we know that reasonableness or otherwise of the amount of profit is looked at by the industrialists from a different angle. We have to see that is reasonable from the point of view of the nation or from the point of view of the consumers, and what is reasonable from the point of view of the nation is not reasonable from the point of view of the industrialists. So, in a concern like this, in an undertaking like this, which is a public undertaking, the consideration of what is reasonable from the point of view of industrialists should not be the prime consideration. The prime consideration should be the development of electricity undertakings and making electricity available to the consumers at a cheaper rate. In the Calcutta area, sir, the supply of electricity is in the hands of the General Electric Company. Its period of license has been extended further, and the government proposes to supply electricity from DVC to Calcutta and the other area through that company. I do not understand this procedure itself. I feel that in the case of this vital sector, any control by such companies like the General Electric Company is detrimental to the further development of this process.